So the story all starts when there's a hungry floppa who got adopted and he's asking for food. And the owner is giving him food. But the floppa doesn't quite understand that he's trying to feed him yet, so he's just asking. But then he understands and he eats it.
Yum.
Alright, so then he follows his owner. He follows his owner out on the road. The owner carries him, and they walk around. The floppa needs to go to the bathroom, so then poops in the stroller. The owner didn't seem to like that. So he put him down, and then he saw a girl. They immediately fell in love. Both of them immediately fell in huge love. Neither of them knew how to type though, so they just had to do sign language bond. The floppa came inside the stroller, but he set him down each time. He wanted the girlfriend, not him. Then he walked away from the floppa. The floppa followed, thinking that maybe they didn't forget about him. They walked in jail, and they both were in jail. And they both went just to talk. So yeah, they confessed their love to each other in jail. The girlfriend was not so sure about it because, she was in jail, so I don't blame them. And they were in there. And the floppa said, "I'll let you out if you care for me." He seemed overraged. The baby floppa was probably going to get revenge one day. He tried to separate them from each other by locking the jail cell each time they tried and get out. But he didn't do too great. The two lovebirds just stood there with the heart emoji out, and the floppa was not happy. "You didn't care for me," the floppa said in anger. He said, "You forgot about me. You wanted to abandon me. Now look how the tables have turned." Ah! He was very happy in an evil way about how they were trapped. But he didn't care. He had love in his eyes. Neither did the girlfriend. They both thought that they could stay in there all day just standing there. And I bet they could. The floppa did not like that. And the owners were ready to leave, but the floppa did not let them. He closed it whenever they tried to open it, trying to keep them out. And he was doing it pretty good. One had ended up escaping and was trying to let the girlfriend out, and sadly he succeeded. The floppa jumped in the stroller before the girlfriend could, but he just set him down again. Then he picked up the girlfriend. The floppa was about to speak but didn't have time. So he just followed. "You will pay," he said out overraged. He just followed them and waited for something to happen. Why wouldn't you? They eventually went inside a home, and yeah, the floppa was hungry, so he started saying in the chat a ton of times, "Feed me." Wanting food, of course, because that's what floppas are like. There's going to be something tagged in here, and that's because someone said something kind of offensive in the chat, so I'm going to tag it. The two were now flirting in the bathroom, just, and the floppa was just spamming "feed me" in the chat. He was starving, and they did not care whatsoever. Because why would they? They don't care about this floppa at all. So, they were just, I think you get the idea. Then they both jumped down the stairs and sat down to watch TV. And the floppa sat with them. They did not seem to care. They did not say anything. Then they walked out the door. And the floppa followed, still wanting revenge. So he just followed them. And they ended up going to the hospital for some reason. I don't know why they are going in these specific places except for the house. Then they just did the same thing as before. The floppa said angrily, You never cared about me. I will have revenge. Then the floppa vanished. And 2 years later, he grew up and came to have his revenge. He came over to find the family, and he said, "I'll get revenge." Someone was messing with him, putting in the stroller and putting him under the ground, but he did not do too well. The floppa did not want to go in the back rooms. All he wanted to do was to stop those people. So he looked around for them. No sight of them yet. He knew he'd find them. He saw a car. He was pretty sure that car had them in it, so he went on top of it. The heart marks were a good sign to him. He saw him run out. He came and grabbed him with the stroller, not letting their relationship, ruining their date. Then he started trying to take them away from each other, which he did kind of well to annoy them, but they didn't give up. So they went back in prison and locked themselves in it. That was a good thing for him. He could take them away while they're locked in, but he'd have to be quick if he wanted to do that. So he came and grabbed him, but they locked the door before he could take him away. He could not pull their love apart. He accidentally grabbed the wrong person, which was bad. Then he kept on trying. Even though he was locked in by this person, he didn't care. He could still possibly use this to make them come out. He came out and grabbed the girl, then locked the door, which did well. Now, this was actually going good. When the boyfriend kept on trying to go up to him, he just took him away. But eventually, they figured it out. Wait, no, they didn't. Not at all. The girl was trapped in there now with him. The floppa laughed menacingly. He was overjoyed in an evil way to have revenge on the people who forgot about him. Now, the boyfriend was trying to fight back, trying to pick him up and put him in the river. But he was not that good at it, I'll say that. And he eventually started trying to run away. He finally just ran away. The girlfriend tried to catch up to him, but he was out there in a dash. She seemed very confused, not knowing what was going on. And the car was keeping on running her over, ruining it up, screwing it up. And there was someone else trying to love him, trying to love that guy. He ran away, and then someone else took her into their home. She tried to run back to him, but he was done. And that's why you shouldn't online date or forget about floppas, because they'll have revenge. And also, online dating is illegal and you can get banned on Roblox.